Okay, everybody, are you ready for the final problem? This is it, and after this, it's party time. So this is the last problem for the day. It's item number 3-10. Whoa, this is a sophisticated looking kind of figure. But don't worry, we can still solve it as long as we know our math skills, unless you've forgotten him or do a wrong computation. So yeah, let's work on this, alright? So, what's the figure? What type of figure is this? What type of decagon is this pala if you were to look at it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a 12-sided regular polygon. Oh, by the way, what do you call a 12-sided polygon? It's called a dodecagon. Dodecagon. 12 sides. Furthermore, it's a regular polygon because we know that every side has the same measure and they're all congruent. So it's still easy, right? But here's the catch. There's still some shapes inside and it's hard to solve for the area now because it's very hard to solve. But don't worry, I parted the figure into shapes so that it'll serve as clues that'll help you solve for the figure. Alright, so let's begin. So where do we start? First, let's look at the instructions. It says that this figure is a symmetrical figure and a regular polygon. Of course, just like what I said, regular polygon to. And then it says that quadrilateral MNOP has a perimeter of 3.3 meters. So ganito siya. Diba remember this is MNOP. It has a perimeter of 3.3 meters. But we do not know what is the measure of one of the measures. However, there's a clue. If I were to get that rectangle, we know that, remember, since this is a regular polygon, 4x minus 5 centimeters is here, right? But do you think it can also apply to all sides, especially the ones that we're doing? Yes, it does. Since by definition means a regular polygon has all the sides that are congruent. Moreover, if you look at MN, it measures x squared plus 3x centimeters. Now let's see how we solve for the following. Look at my best friend here, Microsoft Excel. So now let's solve for the value of x. To solve for the value of x, we have 2 times, remember the perimeter is 330. Bakit 330? Because remember, look at this. It says here that our perimeter is 3.3 meters. So if we were to convert that into centimeters, you'll have to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. And that would be 330, just like what you see here. Alright, can you see it? It's 330. Now all we have to do is, remember to solve for the perimeter of the figure, it's 2x plus 2x. Remember, or in short, twice the measure of x squared plus 3 centimeters plus twice the measure of 4x plus 5. So yan, you should get something like this in the equation. Then the first thing we did, we distribute, right? We distributed it. Nag-distribute tayo, right? So when we distribute, ano yung kinuha namin? Remember, multiply 2x. Remember, it can becomes 2x squared. And then 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. With that, you can combine like terms. And you can combine like terms to make sure it's like 2x squared plus 14x minus 10. But what you can also do is that, since it's a quadratic equation, what did we do? We set it to 0. Set it equal to 0, right? So minus 330 and you get negative 340. Very good. But did you know that these numbers can be factored out? How can we factor them? We factor by the GCF, which is 2. How can you say that 2 is the GCF among all the numbers? Because when we do GCF, 2 is divisible by 2, 14 is divisible by 2, and 340 is also divisible by 2. Hence, that is a GCF. So we have to factor out by 2. Applying factoring method, we should get, Ayan, just like what I said, applying factoring method, we should get x squared plus 7x equals minus 170. Divide both sides by 2 is equivalent to 0. Then we can apply the FOIL method. To apply the FOIL method, this is what we did. We know that it's x plus 17 times x minus 10 is equivalent to 0. Why is that so? Let me show you on a paper to show you proof. So ganito ba kasi yung nangyari if I were to do it on paper? Diba, remember I've already explained to you this? So we know we applied the method and then divide both sides by 2, and now we have x squared plus 7x minus 170 equals 0. So how do you apply the factoring method? Remember we make a cross, right? The cross method. Remember the cross method, look for two numbers. The top represents the multiplication, the product. We need to get 170. And the sum we need to get is what? 17. Can you think of numbers that can solve the puzzle? How about 17 and 10? 17 times 10 gives you 170. 17 plus 10 gives you 17. Wait a minute. I meant wait, 7 pala. Teka lang ah. This could be a bit wrong. Diba 7 times 10? This could be a bit wrong kasi eh. Sorry guys if I had delayed your time for a while. So this is the correct answer. 17 times 10 to give you 170. 17 plus 10 to give you 7. So 17 times 10 is 170. But which should be the factor? Which should be the negative? Of course, we know that's positive 7, so the big number must be positive. Then the small number must be negative. Positive 17 times negative 10 yields to negative 170. Positive 17 minus 10 or plus negative 10 is positive 7. So therefore, our answer is, to check our answer, we should get x plus 17, x minus 10. To FOIL, this is x squared, 17x, 10x, negative 170. Combining like terms, positive 7x. Yup, that's still the answer. It's just like what we also did here. We should get x plus 17 and x minus 10. So therefore, x can be any of the two. We get x is 10. Because remember, since it's geometry, we should always get the positive number. Then to check, this is how we did it. To check, I did the formula. And we should get something like this, right? 130 and then 35. When I multiply this all together, we should get 330. And if this checks, it checks. So therefore, we solve for the value of x. The value of x is 10. But don't forget, just like what I've said, remember you still have x in all the other measures. Like we have x in 12x, another x in 4x minus 9, another x in 5x minus 3. So we need to input 10 for all of these and see which answer did we get. Let's go to the table of values. So yan, in plugging this into our table of values, we should get x squared plus 3x is 130. Right? That's how we get the answer. Right? Where is it? Yan. Tapos, the second one, 4x minus 5, what we did with the formula was 4 times 10 minus 5. Very good. For 5x minus 3, 5x minus 3 pertains to the circle. 5 times 10 is 50, minus 3 is 47. Just like the formula that I put up there. For the next one, we have 3x minus 3, which gives you 27. 3 times 10, 30, minus 3, 27. Just like that. Put asterisk if you want to multiply a number. Okay? 4x minus 9 is 31. 4 times 10 is 40. Plus 7 is, minus 9 is 31. Just like that. And last but not least, 12x, 12 times 10 is 120. So now we got the values of x. Now we can already start solving for the following. Here are the goals for today. We need to get the perimeter of the exterior polygon. The perimeter of the exterior polygon, madali lang yan. You just do 4x minus 5 times 12. Or, this is what we did, di ba? The perimeter of a 12-sided polygon is 420 cm. How do we get 420 cm? Let's go to the... Yan. Ganito yung formula namin. We did x83. Nasaan yung x83 namin? Or x83 pertains to... Yes, x83 which pertains to this cell. Then times 12 to give you the perimeter of 420 centimeters. Alright? So that's the perimeter of the entire polygon. The perimeter of the entire polygon is 420 centimeters. Now, what about for the circle? Kasi po, di ba, remember, sabi ko sa circle, you need to get 5x minus 3. Right? So the perimeter, we have to solve for the circle, which is this guy. Semicircle, 1/3 of a circle, and the triangle. Now for the circle, it's very easy. You just get the diameter, but it's given you the radius. But remember, it's very easy. It's still easy to solve. To solve for the perimeter of the circumference of any circle, ganito yung formula. It's pi times the radius times 2. Right? So ganito siya. Yes, where's the cell that I highlight? Yun, 5x minus 3. 47 times 2. And you should get 295.16 millimeters. Very good. Next up, what about the sector of the circle? Remember, the sector of the circle is it's this figure that you see here. 120. Remember, 120 over 180 is the same as 1/3. So therefore, it's pi times diameter divided by 3. Right? So let's see how we did. In the formula for what I did here, I did this. I typed the product. Remember, product function in Microsoft Excel pertains to multiplication. Product of x85, nasa yung x85? Yan, ito yun. Product of 27, and then 2/3. Remember, 2/3. Nga pala, yes, 2/3. Kasi pa, di ba, remember, you have to double that. You have to double the, double the radius. Kasi po yung 3x minus 3, that's the radius. So you have to double that, which gives you 54. Then divide by 3, multiply by that 3.14, you should get, ano yung sagot? Yes, 56.52. Then with that, you add, you sum with 54, which pertains to the 2 radius, or 2 radii. And you should get 110.52 inches. Then last but not least, yung right triangle. For the right triangle, we were given the hypotenuse. But since it's a 45, 45, 90-degree angle, we know that these two will be the hypotenuse divided by the square root of 2. So ito yung ginawa ko. Di ba, remember, as you can see here, I did the Pythagorean theorem once again. So here's how the Pythagorean theorem works. Di ba, remember, what this basis, this is C, right? 31. Our 31 is our 4x minus 9. Tama? Then, what we did is, I did it this way. Ang ginawa ko dito ay x95 divided by the square root of 2. Nasaan yung x95 namin? Yan, ito yun. So, 31 divided by the square root of 2. Kasi po we're gonna get that, the remaining 2 angles eh. So, you will still get the same thing. And kahit na nag-Pythagorean theorem tayo, just like what I did here, you will still yield the same answer. Alright? And then, you get the perimeter of everything, you add it up, you sum all the 3 sides. What did you get? Sum of the 3, you should get 74.84. Alright? To round it off. Yun lang. And the perimeter of everything is this. You want to see my answers? Did we get the right answers? Tandaan mo yung sagot namin ha. For the 12-sided polygon, it's 420 centimeters. For the circle, it's 295.16. For the sector of one circle, 110.52 inches. And for the last bit, 74.84 inches. Did we get it right? Okay, so yun yung sagot. Tama yung sagot namin. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, we still have part 2 ha. Kasi bang part 2, we're gonna talk about the area naman. Mas mahirap na to. Pero good luck to us. Okay?